Microlearning is fast becoming a popular way to gain skills and knowledge, and it's just bite-sized chunks of information, and it fits in with people's busy lives. We've been working with a company called Kool Stories to bring some of these micro courses to life, and we're going to give you one at the end of this video if you're interested in trying it, or you can even sign up and try and create something for yourself. So as a business, we've been doing tutorials for quite some time now on YouTube and on something called Kajabi, where you can buy our courses. And the courses have gone from 60 seconds, which is like a reel or complete short form like Instagram, TikTok or YouTube Shorts, all the way up to sort of like a 12-hour course, which is a very, very different thing to one, prepare and record, and two, very different for you as someone who's trying to learn a specific skill. There's mounting evidence, and I've put some of the evidence that we found in the links down below to say that microlearning is a very important way to gain knowledge quickly in a fast-paced environment. And as attention spans are dropping, and that again is a proven fact, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that our attention spans are definitely diminishing as time goes on, then something like a micro course is a much better way to approach a piece of learning. You're probably already seeing this with things like the prevalence of YouTube training and how quickly you can gain new knowledge with short pieces of training and content. I'd really be interesting, as always, to hear what you think about short form content and what you're doing in your own development and where you're learning things and how you learn things. And does short form content really make a difference to you, or is it an annoyance? So some people dislike things like TikTok as a medium, but then other people like to get bits of bite-sized learning from them. I'd really be interested if you want to put something in the comment down below about how you learn best. It would also be interesting to know if you've ever actually thought about how you learn best and what your thoughts are on that. So first of all, what's Kool Stories then? So it's an app that you can download. So go to the App Store, look for Kool Stories, and it's right there for you to download right now. It is in beta, so obviously it's in the very early stages of its life as a company. It's a social learning platform for dynamic learning, and that's their own words. And the vision, or their vision, is to create the best environment to learn new skills and enhance your passion daily in like-minded communities. So for me, what that says is this company basically is looking to give you short form micro learning in bite-sized chunks, and that's basically what we're talking about here. And the fact that it says in like-minded communities suggests that what they're trying to achieve is bite-sized learning in a social media environment, and that actually can be quite useful. Social media is evolving all the time, and there is a lot of negativity attached to it, but what we need to do is extract the good stuff. So if you can use a social media platform and twin that with short form content or micro learning, then surely that's a good thing. And that's what I'm trying to explore here with Kool Stories, to see if that's a way that you guys can learn and the way I can learn as well as to train. And it is very much an experiment, but one that I've really got behind so far. What they're trying to achieve is a straightforward user interface. Their aim is to gain new knowledge in less than 30 minutes. So most of the courses that are on there are around the 15 to 20 minute mark, and some stretch up a little bit longer than that and some a little bit less than that. The idea is that you can chat with other like-minded learners. So there's your social media element. And you can also, with those people that are doing the training on there, you can book one-to-one sessions with them. And that's a great way to move it forward for both the person, the educator, and for you as a learner. So if you find someone that in the bite-sized chunks gives you something that you really value and you feel that that's moving you forward in your chosen skill or your career move, then you can then go and book some one-to-one time with them if they offer that service. And I do that. I've taught ZBrush that way, and I've taught Maya and Cinema 4D in that kind of way, where somebody comes to me as a one-to-one and wants me to mentor them or to give them one-to-one sessions, and that can be really valuable. So with that said, why don't you go and download Kool Stories? There's nothing to pay. It's a free app until you start buying content, and we're giving you some content for free here today, so you can have a try of it, completely no obligation. There's not even anything for you to sign up with us. You go onto their system, you go and sign up with your email and make an account, and then I'm going to give you a code at the end of this, and you can just get our first course for free. So you can have a look at it and see if it suits you, and there's no obligation beyond that. If you do like it, then you can explore further, and we've got a few on there. We've got one, a Nomad course about how to sculpt a frog, and again, it's very bite-sized. It's almost what you'd see here on YouTube with us. It's short form. Get in there, learn it, and get out. There's another one where we're talking about how to get that model that we make in the first course into AR. So there's a little bit of bite-sized information in there about how to move it forward and get it into an augmented reality environment. And the third one is all about how to paint in Nomad Sculpt, which I've covered here on the YouTube channel, but I'm interested to see how those little bite-sized bits of learning work. What I do like is that they encourage their creators to do what are called snippets. So these are like reels, they're vertical in orientation, and they give you a little bit of up to 60 seconds of about that creator. So in this case, it's me, and a little bit about what the courses that they've done are about. So that is a link to the social media aspect. This is on an iPhone, don't forget, or a smartphone, should I say. So the experience on an iPad is very much as you would get, where it's scaled for an iPhone. So you've got one on, you can zoom in and out on it, but there's no orientation that is suitable for the iPad, as far as I'm aware. So before you go and download that and have a look at it, here is an introduction video to one of our courses on there. So I'm going to give you the full look at the introduction video. You can get this free on the Kool Stories app, but here it is anyway. Take a look, and then we'll have a chat about you diving in and having a go with Kool Stories. Hi, I'm Glenn Southern. I'm a digital sculptor based here in the UK, and this course is all about learning to sculpt on your iPad. Sculpting in one form or another has been with us since the beginning. Our ancestors would create with natural media like stone, clay and wood. In the last few thousand years, almost all cultures used sculpting to create effigies and monuments to praise their gods and to enhance their environments. We are perhaps more familiar with sculpting and sculptors from the works of the great masters like Leonardo da Vinci and Bernini. In the modern era, we've seen sculpting being used for contemporary art, media and entertainment, and to create creatures, characters and monsters. And with the development of computers and game consoles, we've seen the rise of the digital sculptor. It's very common now to use digital sculpting techniques in games and films and TV, and for lots of adverts. The software has been developed on desktop computers and began with films like Jurassic Park and Terminator, and in early 3D movies like Toy Story and A Bug's Life. It was firmly embedded into our media with films like The Lord of the Rings and The Pirates of the Caribbean, and films like the Narnia trilogy. Roll forward to the last few years and we've had a leap forward with technology, and especially with mobile technology. What that's meant is that developers can now make powerful, creative tools that were once just confined to the desktop. One of those tools is Nomad Sculpt on the iPad and on some Android devices, and this course will give you an insight into how to sculpt your first design. So if you ever thought you could sculpt and you never knew how to sculpt, then why not try it on your iPad and have a go at this course? So go and download Kool Stories, get the app, have a look at the other creators on there as well as myself, then go to the feedback section and give Kool Stories your feedback about what you think, and obviously comment here as well and talk to me about what your feedback is and what your thoughts are about how you like to learn. Is short form content a way that you learn effectively, or is it just not something that you can work with and you need something more physical? Don't forget, some people still learn by buying a book and laying the book on the desk next to them. So we're all very, very different. There is no right or wrong here. It's very much about how you learn as an individual. And I'm very interested as an educator to try and change the way I teach. So this is very much an experiment, but there's an experiment environment that's no cost to you guys. So here's the code. So the code is GLEN. I've put your little QR code on the screen there as well, so you can go directly and get the app from this screen with your phone. And then dive right in, have a look, then come back and tell me what you think. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and if you are, please give us a thumbs up, as it does help us to get in front of other people who like this kind of content. We've just released a new course all about how to sculpt a dragon, so look down in the description below and you can see details of that course if you're interested in learning more of this kind of stuff with Nomad Sculpt. And have a great week, everyone.